Okay, we are connected live on Facebook.
Okay. So we welcome our dear audience for another session with Pratik Desai ji. So today's topic, Pratik ji has taken a very nice topic we are going to discuss. Essentially, we are in ISKCON, we do the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So many people who are also Krishna devotees, they are familiar with other mantras as well, such as uh, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or if you go to Vrindavan, everybody says Radhe Radhe. So, Pratik ji, we request you to tell us why Hare Krishna Mahamantra, why not Radhe Radhe?
Yes, okay. Thank you, Rajiv ji, for putting up this question. It's, I think, in the past recent couple of months, this has been a very controversial subject matter, and because there are many Brajvasis who live in Braj and they continuously chant Radhe Radhe. In fact, Srimati Radharani is actually the goal of every Brajvasi, as well as even for the Gaudiya Vaishnava followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So why this difference is there, and what is the difference basically, right? Uh, so in order to answer this question, I will like to first explain the importance of the scriptures, and then later on I will also explain the Hare Krishna, the meaning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then we also discussed about Radhe Radhe, like in the context of why we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and why we don't say Radhe Radhe so oftenly. I mean, obviously, ISKCON devotees also, when they go to Braj, they also greet the Vrajvasis with Radhe Radhe, and they also greet with Hare Krishna. And sometimes the Vrajvasis, they also greet the Hare Krishnas as Hare Krishna. So there is no, I mean, of course, there is a lot of mutual respect, regards, love for each other. But often, people from outside, they would like to know about the difference between Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Radhe Radhe. So see, first of all, we need to understand that Hare Krishna Mahamantra is emphasized by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is the one who actually asked everyone to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra instead of Radhe Radhe. So one thing we got to understand is that when you are in a particular sampradaya, then you have to chant the particular mantra which is given in the sampradaya. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra, basically, it's not a mantra, it's not an ordinary mantra. There is a difference between mantras and the Mahamantra. So Mahamantra only has got holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So these words, Hare Krishna, Ram, they are all names of the Lord. Whereas the mantras, they have some specific words like Om, Namo, Swaha, Namah, Swaha, Mamaha, like for example, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Now that actually is not a holy name. It is basically a mantra which is requesting Krishna that let me surrender unto you. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, or let me take shelter of you. Right? And similarly, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I offer my obeisances, respectful obeisances to Vasudeva. Okay. So there are some mantras which, and specifically when a mantra is not a Mahamantra. So Mahamantra only consists of the holy names. And according to scriptures, the holy names of the Lord, they are transcendental to material conceptions. And that's why there is no rule and regulation that govern the holy name. It is completely independent because it is not different from the Supreme Lord. It is his own name. Okay, so it is like totally non-different from the Lord, very personal. And that's why no rules and regulations apply to the holy name. So irrespective of time, place, circumstance, we can chant the holy name anywhere, at any time, at any place. Even in the bathroom also we can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But yeah, the japa is not chanted in the bathroom because it's a contaminated place. And especially when we take the bead bag inside. So the beads, they are made up of tulsi. And tulsi cannot be taken inside the bathroom. So there are certain rules and regulations applicable to other processes, the Archana process, but not to the Bhagavad process. So Bhagavad process includes Kirtanam, and Kirtanam basically is Kirtan of the holy names of the Lord. Okay, so that's why it is called Mahamantra, because there are no rules and regulations applicable to the Mahamantra. It can be chanted anywhere. Like for example, Radhe Radhe also is Mahamantra, the name of Srimati, directly the name of Srimati Radharani. Okay, so whenever a mantra has got only the names of the Lord, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe. These are all Mahamantras in one sense. Of course, just like we the Bhagavatam and the Vedic scripture establish the supreme position of Lord Krishna as the absolute truth and the supreme personality of Godhead. So similarly, the name of Lord Krishna will have more potency than the name of Lord Ram. And this is not a biased thing, but this is recorded in the scripture itself. In fact, in the Mahabharata itself, in the I think the Narayana section of the Mahabharata, it talks about the potency of the name of Krishna compared to Rama and Vishnu. And it says that one name of Ram equals to 1,000 names of Vishnu, and one name of Krishna equals to 3 names of Lord Ram. So there are scriptures that glorify the name of Krishna as the supreme, as the most powerful. So definitely there will be some hierarchy in the names, and the potency also will be different. So Krishna's name, just like Krishna gives the highest level of realization to the devotee in comparison to other forms of the Lord, in context with relationship with the Lord. So similarly, the name of Krishna also gives the highest realization. So I hope that you have got clarity about the mantra and Mahamantra, because we are only now focusing on Mahamantra and Radhe Radhe, which is also Mahamantra. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can we say then that the Maha Mantra is a mantra that transcends the rules and regulations which are otherwise applicable to other mantras?
Correct. Yeah. So it is all. So like for example, you want to chant Gayatri mantras, you want to chant the Gopal mantras, the Panchratriki mantras. They all require some kind of qualification, and they require some rules, regulation. There is some duration of time when they have to be chanted. So all these are applicable for those mantras, but it is not applicable for the holy name. That's why it is the holy name is actually the king of all mantras. That's why it is called Maha Mantra, and it is most powerful also compared to any other mantras. Okay, so yeah, so this is clear. Now coming to the scriptures basically. So see, as I was sharing earlier, that the every sampradaya has got their own mantra, and in order to be loyal to a particular sampradaya, we have to chant that particular sampradaya's mantra. So if, and obviously the sampradaya has to be bona fide. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after going through all the literature, he's got out with this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is coming directly from the Kalisantra Upanishad. So it's a Upanishad, it's a Vedic mantra, and Vedic mantra is supposed to be chanted secretly. Then they cannot be chanted openly. But because it is a holy name, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked everyone to chant the holy name. Okay, so holy name is not subjected to any uh, rules and regulations from the scriptures. So that's why we can chant the holy name, although it's a Vedic mantra. Okay. Um, so it is very important to follow a particular mantra which is given in the scriptures, because scriptures are not different from the Lord. So it's a short way to attain the Lord. There is no doubt about it. But sometimes what happens? So there may be people outside of a bona fide sampradaya, and they start creating their own mantras. They invent their own mantras, or they will start calling out names in a mixing form, which will be, there will be some rasabas in that. Like it is not sentient, it is not bona fide, or it will have, they may combine certain words of a mantra in a mantra, different names in a mantra, and they may try to form a mantra out of it. But that is not sanctioned by the scriptures, because we are not supposed to concoct, or we are not supposed to invent anything. So that's why when outsiders, they see that Hare Krishna devotees, ISKCON devotees, they only chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is the recommended Mahamantra for our sampradaya, in who are following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sampradaya. Like The Nimbarka Sampradaya, they chant Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe. And I think that is modified for their Sampradaya. So they chant that, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically asked us to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we follow the footsteps of the Acharyas, that is very important. Otherwise, it may create some kind of degradation of the mantras, misuse of mantras, or concoction or some kind of invention of mantras. Okay, that's why we want to avoid it. So in our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sampradaya, there are no acharyas who actually chanted only Radhe 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 Radhe. And I will also come to the point why we chant the name of Krishna also together, not just the name of Radharani, but the name of Krishna is also chanted by us, follow the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, so in their songs, the acharyas, they have expressed their emotions and bhav, and they call out to Srimati Radharani while calling her as O Radhe, O Lalite, and praying her for her blessings, her mercy, and everything. So in the songs, they have mentioned like that, Radhe, Radhe, like that. But when it comes to chanting a particular Mahamantra in the Sampradaya on a daily basis, they have never done that. Okay. Now, and I think you will understand as we proceed ahead. So it is always safe, it's very safe to follow the scriptures, because scripture is bona fide completely. It is short way to attain the Lord. Right? Okay, so any comments or questions till now?
No, but then what I understand that since you're saying Radhe Radhe is also a Mahamantra, because it's the name of Radhe is name of one of our very chief principal god. So then it is okay to chant Radhe Radhe, and ISKCON does not forbid us from chanting Radhe Radhe. It's okay to chant Radhe Radhe.
Yes,
is that right?
Absolutely. I mean, just like we can also chant Krishna Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also chanted Krishna Krishna, and then I mean, so similarly we can also chant Radhe Radhe. We can also chant Ram Ram. So this is okay, but this particular Mahamantra, it comes in a formation of words. It consists of 32 syllables. So in Kali Yuga especially, there is a formation of the names of the Lord, and that is meant to be chanted. This is recommended Mahamantra. Like for example, when you go to a medical shop, your doctor will tell you one medicine. If you are not able to get the medicine, then you will ask for some alternative from the doctor. But if you are getting the medicine, then you will say to the shop that, okay, I want this medicine, and he will give you that. Generally, you won't even ask the doctor, okay, are there any alternatives or this and that, right? You only get the medicine which is prescribed by the doctor. Although there are different versions of the same medicines, but maybe that particular medicine is the most effective for you. So he will prescribe you that. Okay. So this is what you go and you ask the medical shop, and he will give you that medicine. If you don't have, then so basically in spiritual world everything is absolute. When you are given a mantra in the Sampradaya, so, and especially when you are given the highest revelation of the absolute truth, so it includes everything else also. Now I will also share that how the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in that Hare means actually Srimati Radharani. It is completely, absolutely not different from saying Radhe Radhe. It is basically, Hare Hare means basically we are calling out to Radharani only, right? So in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sampradaya, there are acharyas who have written in their songs explicitly about calling out to Srimati Radharani, Radhe Radhe. Okay, like for example, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, he has written songs. Raghunath Das Goswami also, he's written songs calling out to the name of Srimati Radharani. In fact, our Gaudiya Vaishnava acharyas, they have glorified the name of Srimati Radharani like anything. So one of the great acharyas in our sampradaya is Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati Thakur, and he has written a book called Radha Ras Sudhanidhi, where he glorifies Srimati Radharani to beyond imagination. And in that, he is glorifying the name of Radharani also. And I will read out some of the statements of Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur. But let me first try to explain what is the meaning of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because okay, I think by mistake the recording got stopped. All right. So the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, first of all, we need to understand that it's a conceptual Maha Mantra. It's a conceptual mantra. And what does that mean? It means that the way you approach the Maha Mantra, it will reveal accordingly. So what is the meaning of that? It means that when you think Hare as Hari, when you think Krishna as Krishna, and Lord Ram as Lord Ramchandra. So see, Lord Ram has got three meanings. One is Lord Balram. Actually, four meanings you can say. So one is Lord Krishna, who is Radha Raman. So Radhika Raman, one who gives pleasure to Srimati Radharani. So he is called as Radha Raman because he gives pleasure to Srimati Radharani, or Radharani giving pleasure to Shyam Sundar. So that is called as Ram. Another interpretation of Ram can also be to be meaning as Balram. That this Ram is basically not different from Balram. And then third meaning can be that this same Ram can also mean Lord Ram, Lord Ramchandra. And then the fourth interpretation can be that this Ram can also mean Parshuram. So as long as all these names are corresponding to the Vishnu Tattva of the Lord, it is to, it all becomes conceptual. So it all depends on your desire and your choice. How do you want to address the supreme truth? And if you consider Ram as Lord Ramchandra, then Hare becomes Mother Sita. And Krishna can also mean Lord Ram. And similarly, when you chant Ram as Balram, then Hare will basically represent Revati. And Krishna will also represent Balram, because on the basis of Siddhant, they are not different to each other. So, and a particular specific name of the Lord also reveals the pastimes of the Lord. So Krishna can, the name Krishna can also reveal a particular pastime of Lord Balram. So that way it can also indicate Lord Balram. Okay, so it all depends on the mood of the chanter, their bhav with the Lord. So this has to be understood first, that Hare Krishna Mahamantra is and I will also share the revelations and realizations of our acharyas who have been chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and they have also showed how the Mahamantra has revealed itself to them. So there are three acharyas I will share: Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Jeev Goswami, and another is, I think, Gopal Guru Goswami. So I will show you what is the meaning of this entire Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 16 words, 32 syllables, how it is differently revealed to them, although they all are worshippers of Radharani and Krishna. Okay, so this is a conceptual mantra, and this is something I have explained in my book also, 20 plus must know facts about Hinduism. Okay, all right. Any questions or comments on this?
No, probably that's fine. Are you so you are going to elaborate a little, right? Because there are a couple of other questions I had about the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which I'll subsequently ask.
Okay. So what I have done is I have just given a relative concept of the Mahamantra, and now what is the meaning of Mahamantra? So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Hare here, considering that Hare refers to Srimati Radharani and Krishna and Ram refers to again Krishna. So this becomes a conjugal mantra, which is exclusively referring to Radha and Krishna, and a calling out to Radha and Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada explained this Maha Mantra as follows: that, "Oh Hare, please engage me in Krishna's service." So Hare basically means, actually Hare is not different from Hara. When in the vocative form it is addressed, it becomes Hare. So Hara is the name of Srimati Radharani, and when it is addressed in this Mahamantra, it becomes Hare. Okay. So Hare Krishna, O Radharani, please engage me in Krishna service. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the most fundamental basic understanding of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So basically, this Mahamantra means that we approach the Lord to serve Him, to please Him, to glorify Him, to give Him pleasure. Generally, people, they have their own material selfish desires. Whenever they are chanting the mantras or the Mahamantra, they want something for themselves. But this Hare Krishna Mahamantra only gives its total result, complete result, when it is approached selflessly, when it is approached to serve the Lord. The only desire is to serve and please the Lord. So that time the Mahamantra reveals itself in its entirety. Okay, so this is the meaning. Whether you consider Krishna, Ram, Narasimha, Vara, the meaning will remain the same, right? Now, what is the purpose of chanting, or what is the meaning of Radhe Radhe? So see, again, those who chant the name of Radhe Radhe, Radharani as Radhe Radhe, so their intention and goal is also the same thing, which is to basically please Radharani so that they can become her servant and they can serve Radharani. So the goal intention is the same. So the fundamental goal is the same. Now, why ISKCON devotees, they chant Hare Krishna? Like, so there are Brajvasis, devotees in Brajvasis, devotees in Braj who are only chanting Radhe Radhe, and they probably do not even chant Krishna's name along with Radharani's name. But in under Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guidance, the devotees of Mahaprabhu and the followers of Mahaprabhu, they chant Hare Krishna specifically because it is addressing both of them. It is not just addressing Srimati Radharani, it is also addressing Krishna. So basically, when you chant Hare Krishna, so Hare means Radharani. We are also calling out Radharani's name, and we are also calling out Krishna's name. Okay, and why? Because a simple fundamental reason is that Radharani is pleased very much when we are chanting Krishna's name, and Krishna is very much pleased when we are chanting Radharani's name. So we want the best of both the things. Okay, so we want to please the Lord. See, ultimately, in Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is totally non-different from Krishna, but completely in the bhav of Srimati Radharani. So in Antaranga, his internal mood is definitely that of Srimati Radharani, totally. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nai Anya. And externally he may be Krishna, but the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking this particular role, or Krishna coming in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is to experience the ecstasy that Srimati Radharani feels for Krishna when she sings Krishna's name, when she chants Krishna's name, the ecstasy that she feels. Then also Krishna wants to know what is it about himself that attracts Radharani so much to him, right? And so these are the internal reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Radharani is the only one who has got Madanakya Mahabhav. So there are different levels of intensity of love, and the highest and topmost intensity of love is Madanakya Mahabhav, which is the sole exclusive right of Srimati Radharani, and even Krishna does not have that. So Krishna comes in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he wants to experience that taste that Srimati Radharani is actually feeling, the bliss and ecstasy. So Krishna also wants to experience that. So that's why he will take the bhav of Srimati Radharani, and then Krishna's complexion from Sham changes to Gaurangi. Gaurang, golden color. Yeah. From blackish bluish to golden color, because now he's got the bhav of Srimati Radharani. Because The color of Mahabhav, Madanakya Mahabhav, is golden. Okay, so that's why his entire complexion becomes golden in color. I explain you this because in order so that you can understand properly what is exactly the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So see, and the entire goal of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sampradaya is to become the servants of Srimati Radharani. That is the topmost goal that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given to us. Although one may want different goals, lower goals also, that's another thing, depending on one's desire, inclination. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the topmost realization, revelation of experiencing what Srimati Radharani is actually experiencing. So Mahaprabhu wants to give that. And what is that? That is Radharani feeling separation from Krishna. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu keeps on chanting the name of Krishna continuously. So, what Krishna has proved through this, he has proved that the devotees, the maid servants of Srimati Radharani, they are the highest devotees of the Lord. They are the topmost devotees of the Lord, and they have the highest type of Mahabhav in them. Okay, this is what Krishna wants to prove, because Krishna also does not have this quality. So he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to give this to everyone. Namo Mahavadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So what kind of Krishna Prem? It is the highest type of Krishna Prem. So basically, so let me share a very interesting purport by Sripad Prabodhanand Saraswati Thakur, who is one of the most prominent acharyas in the Sampradaya. So I will share a few sentences that he has described, and then I think it will be clear why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu follows the chant Hare Krishna. So Prabodhanand Saraswati Thakur, he writes in his Radha Sudhanidhi, the nectarian name of Srimati Radharani, the complete form of prema, rasa and ananda, is my very life. So this is what he glorifies the name of Srimati Radharani. Then so see, one thing we need to understand, that although the name of Radharani is glorified to a greater degree, but it is not necessary that such verses should be praised, seen as beautiful praise of Srimati Radharani's divine name. I mean, in terms of being superior to the names of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, this is basically indicating that these are just a devotee's bhav. He's just manifesting his bhav, and he's chanting the name of his own favorite Lord, the names of the name of the Lord, which is his most dear and favorite. So in this regards, there is a praman from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are all ecstatic bhaktas who are calling out to the Lord in their personal and private names. Okay, so at the stage of now, this is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 2nd chapter, 40th verse. It says that at the stage of prema, a devotee will incessantly chant his favorite name of his beloved Bhagavan. Swapriya Nama Kritya. Melting his heart, the ecstasy of prem will make him laugh, cry, become restless, and sing and dance like a madman, without caring for anyone or anything. Okay, so this is a direct praman from the Srimad Bhagavatam. However, one should not think that such verses are establishing a new sadhana, a more powerful mantra to chant, or a fast track to attain perfection. The prime sadhana for all the Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees is chanting Krishna's name, along with meditation upon the meaning of the Mahamantra, the form, qualities, and pastimes of Radha Krishna, who are personally present in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was not chanting Radhe Radhe. Radha Mahaprabhu chanted Krishna Nam, which is, so see, now this is a very big contrast. The same Krishna coming in the form of Radharani, and as I told you, as I explained to you, that why does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chant Krishna Krishna? Because it is basically Radharani who is inside Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Radharani is expressing a separation from Krishna, and Krishna wants to experience that. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chants the name of Krishna because of that. So he could also understand what is in the heart, what is going on in the heart of Radharani, why she is so ecstatic, why she is so blissful. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he chants the name of Krishna instead of chanting Radha Radha. because Radharani herself is not going to chant her own name, right? Radharani is always going to chant Krishna's name, and Krishna is always going to chant Radha's name. Okay, so that's why this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking about chanting Krishna's name. And then in the same book, Radha Ras Sudhanidhi, praising the exclusive glories of Radhanam, Prabodhanand Saraswati then also gives the conclusive truth regarding the proper sadhana for all Gaudiya Vaishnava Bhaktas. So Prabodhanand Saraswati further writes, he says that may Sri Radhika, the very life of Sri Krishna, be pleased with me when I fill my consciousness with the nectar lake of Govind Katha and pass my days glorifying Krishna's qualities, performing his Archan Puja, and living in relationships with his devotees. So, and then further, he says that I mean, in the book, I always meditate on Krishna wearing a peacock feather crown. I chant Krishna's divine names. I always perform Archan and Puja of Krishna. I chant the Krishna mantra, his best mantra, and while doing all this, I continually hold the cherished desire in my heart to attain the service of Radha's beautiful lotus feet. So, what is the meaning? Ultimately, what he's saying is that I chant Krishna's name to attain Radharani's mercy, to attain Radharani's favor. This is my goal. I am not saying, oh, Radharani, give me Krishna. I am saying the Gaudiya Vaishnavas basically mean that Krishna give me Radharani's service. So Radharani is more important for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas than Krishna. And that's why this entire concept of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is there. There are also some more further details, which I will also share. So one thing is very clear, that the goal of chanting Hare Krishna is to attain Srimati Radharani. Okay? Any questions or comments till now?
No, Prabhuji, but I had a question, that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra also chanted in the spiritual world? If it is so powerful and Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah, of course. So it is mentioned in the scriptures that, and I was coming to discuss about it, that is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra also there in the spiritual world? Of course. So especially when Radharani feels separation from Krishna, that time she chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and this is also given in the Radha Tantra. And this is the Hare Krishna, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is actually the process of worship through process of worship the way Radharani worships Krishna. This is given in the Radha Tantra.
So we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to please Radharani. Radharani
Okay,
chants
so
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
I would also like to add one point. I think you may get your answer also. Maybe I am aware what you are trying to ask. So see, as I said that this is a conceptual mantra. So for the devotees of Radha and Krishna, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra means Krishna and Radharani together. When Radharani chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all the 16 names, they are actually they are meant to be Krishna's name for Shrimati Radharani. Okay, and when Krishna is chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all the 16 names, they actually mean the names of Radharani. It's all about your concept, you know. So for example, when Radharani is chanting Hare Krishna, so Hare actually means Hari, and Hari actually for Radharani is the one who has stolen her heart. So that way he becomes Krishna.
Then Radharani will say Hari Ram also. She will chant the name of Lord Ram.
Yeah. No, it is as I explained earlier. Ram basically here refers to Radha Raman, Radhika Raman. So it is not Lord Ramchandra. It is Radhika Raman. So Ram, the you know, my lover who gives me pleasure. That is Ram. Okay. And when Krishna is chanting, so Krishna will also mean Srimati Radharani. So there are certain pastimes where Krishna will reveal that Krishna can also mean Radharani. So sometimes, like for example, Radharani may dress as Krishna, or in some pastime, and she may change her complexion in a disguised form. So that time she may be called as Krishna, blackish or bluish in complexion. Or Krishna also means the one who attracts, one who is all attractive. So for Krishna, Radharani is all attractive. So it can also mean like that. So Krishna and then Ram. So in the context it will reverse. So Radharani used to think Krishna is giving me pleasure. Now Krishna will think that Radha gives me pleasure. So she is called as Ram. Like that. So it's all on the conceptual basis. And then when we are chanting, we want to see, the maid servants of Radharani, they always want to see Radharani with Krishna. Or the Sakhas of Krishna, they want to see Radharani and Krishna together, because they know that this is what gives the highest bliss to Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So they will always strive that Krishna and Radharani will be together. And that's why when it's a Yugal mantra, when it is combined together, it is the best form of the giver of bliss. So that's why they don't only chant Radharani's name, or they don't only chant Krishna's name. It's like a combination. And then it is also mentioned that whenever there is separation and wherever there is sambhog and vipralamba, separation and union, that time the devotees, the maid servants, or the associates of Krishna and Radharani, they chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because in the time of separation, they want to please Radharani and they want to pacify Radharani and Krishna. So they chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And the time of union, they also want to glorify them, both of them together. So that time also they can chant the holy names together. So in both in Sambhog and Vipralamba, it is chanted. And as I said that when Radharani feels separation, then she chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. I mean, of course, it's not the exclusive Maha Mantra in the spiritual world. There are many other names of the Lord, of Krishna and Radharani, and they keep on chanting different names at different times. So, of course, there is no exclusivity. Ultimately, the holy name is one and the same. So, they're all non-different to each other. They are absolutely powerful. Yeah, now another interpretation that I have, which I have heard, is that, well, there are two things that I've heard. Why this Hare word is used instead of Radhe. So one interpretation is that the word Hare is especially very attractive to Krishna, because Radhe, so definitely it is glorious. There is no doubt about it. But when Krishna hears Hare, then in that particular context, Hare means that Radharani, who has stolen away Krishna's heart and who has stolen everything away from Krishna, he's become completely sold out to Radharani. So this gives Krishna a lot more pleasure than only calling out Radharani's name. Because when you call the name in a particular context, then the glories of that name multiplies, because it reminds the lover of the particular pastime. So Hare here means har lena. क्या हर लेना, क्या चुरा लेना? श्री कृष्ण का हार्ट, या कृष्ण का सब कुछ. Okay, so everything. So that is what gives a lot of pleasure to the Lord, because he wants to be defeated by his devotees. He wants to become subservient to his devotees. He wants to take an inferior position in front of his devotees. So that also gives a lot of pleasure to the Lord. Right? So this is one interpretation. Second is that what I've heard is that this Hare is specifically used by the Manjaris of Radharani, because of some reason they would like to keep their love with Krishna secret. So that's why they don't prefer directly to use the name Radhe. They take the name of Radharani indirectly as Hare. So this is what I've heard. So these are all different approach to the holy name Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And this is how we understand the entire tattva concept of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And what's the difference between Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Radhe Radhe? Or Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Krishna Krishna? Just having the name of Radha Rani or Krishna's name and then having the conjugal mantra together. So this is what is understood from the acharyas. All right, any questions or comments? So after that I will just add the last different interpretations by our acharyas as I was sharing earlier. Yeah, so any comments or questions?
So how does the Mahamantra reveal itself?
Correct. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to share now. Okay, so I will be sharing the interpretation of three different acharyas. One is Gopal Guru Goswami, one is Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and one is Srila Jeev Goswami. Okay, so let me start with Gopal Guru Goswami. Now, what does the entire Hare Krishna Mahamantra mean for that particular acharya? How it is revealed to them? So we'll go one by one. There are 16 names and there will be 16 interpretations. Okay, for each of the acharyas. Okay, so Hare. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. It begins with Hare. So what does it mean? Oh Hari, steal my mind and deliver me from bondage to this material world. Krishna, oh Krishna, attract my mind. Hare, oh Hari, capture my mind with the sweetness of your name, form, and pastimes. Krishna, oh Krishna, send me the association of your devotees who will purify my mind through instructions about your devotional service. Krishna, oh Krishna, give me unflinching faith in your name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Sixth, Krishna, again Krishna. Oh Krishna, sorry, Hare. Seventh, oh Hari, make me worthy to engage in your service. Hare, oh Hara, Radha, order me personally in the service you wish me to perform. Now see, in the first Hare that we began with, that was interpreted as being Hari, right? Then in the third Hare, again it was Hari. In the seventh Hare, again it was Hari. But now eight, it became Radha. And we'll see that difference in the three interpretations. Okay, 9, Hare. Oh Hara, Radha, give me the opportunity to hear about your own favorite pastimes with your beloved Lord. 10, Rama. Oh Ram, give me the opportunity to hear about your own favorite pastimes with your beloved Radha. 11th, Hare. Oh Hara, Radha, give me the opportunity to see your intimate pastimes with your beloved Lord. 12th, Ram. Oh Ram, give me the opportunity to see your intimate pastimes with your beloved Radha. 13th, Ram. Oh Ram, engage me in hearing, chanting, and remembering your name, form, qualities, pastimes. 14th, Ram. Oh Ram, as I enter in those pastimes by the path of meditation, make me worthy to engage in your service. Hare, 15th Hare. Oh Hari, please accept me and take pleasure from the service that I offer you. And final 16th Hare. Oh Hari, take pleasure in me and enjoy with me. So you see the 15th, 16th Hare, again it is being interpreted as Hari. Right? So let's go to the second interpretation by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The first Hare, oh Hari, please attract my mind and free me from this material world. Krishna, oh Krishna, please attract my mind by pulling it to you. Hare, oh Hari, please attract my heart by showing your unsurpassed sweetness. Krishna, oh Krishna, please purify my mind with knowledge of bhakti given to me by your own devotees. Krishna, O Krishna, please give me firm faith in your name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Krishna, O Krishna, may I develop a taste for serving you. Hare, O Hari, please make me qualified for your service. Hare, O Hari, please instruct me how to serve you properly. Hare, O Hari, please let me hear of your intimate pastimes with your cherished devotees. So till now, Hare is meaning Krishna because he is referring to as Hari. Okay. Then Ram, O Radhika Raman, please let me hear of your confidential pastimes in Braj with your beloved Radhika. Hare, O Radhika, please reveal to me your favorite pastime with your beloved Shyam Sundar. So see, now Hare is being interpreted as Radharani's name. Ram, O Radhika Raman, please engage me in remembering your name, fame, qualities, and pastimes. Ram, O Radhika Raman, please make me qualified for eternal service. Hare, O Hari, having accepted me as one of your own servitors, enjoy me as you please. Hare, O Hari, please perform your transcendental pastimes with me. This is my humble prayer at your lotus feet. So here also the last Hare represents the name of Krishna. Now the last one, which is this is the commentary of Srila Jiva Goswami to the Mahamantra in his Mantra Artha Dipika. So first Hare, Krishna steals the mind of everyone. Yet Radha steals even his mind with her divine expertise. Thus she is known as Hara. So the first Hare is referred to as the name of Radharani as Hara. Second Krishna. He forcibly attracts Sri Radha with the sweet sound of his flute. Therefore, the Lord of all enchanting qualities is known as Krishna. Third, Hare. It has been heard that during the Raslila, the doe-eyed Radha was stolen away by Krishna to be alone with him in a secret forest bower. She is therefore known as Hara. Fourth, Krishna. When Krishna sports with Radha, her golden hue takes on the dark complexion of Krishna's skin. He is thus known as Krishna. So see, I told you that there's particular pastime where Radharani's complexion changes to dark complexion, and that can refer to as Krishna. Now, this Krishna can also be interpreted as the name of Radha, but here Jiva Goswami calls that name as Krishna, refers to as Krishna. Fifth, Krishna. In order to please Sri Radha, Krishna manifested the most wonderful lake, Shamkund, in Vrindavan. He then called all the holy livers to fulfill it. He is thus known as Krishna. So see, this is a typical example of how the name reveals the pastime of the Lord. So Nam, Rup, Guna, Leela. That's why when you chant the holy name, the name has to go till the pastime. And that pastime, so the name, just by chanting the name, you actually start getting absorbed into the pastimes of the Lord. That's why name is the most powerful, because even if you try to remember the pastimes, it may cause some kind of disturbance. But when you chant the name, it becomes very easy. So the name is glorified as the topmost. Okay, sixth, Krishna. By her unsurpassed love, Radha charms he who performs wonderful leelas on the bank of the Yamuna. Therefore, those who are sober know him as Krishna. Seventh, Hare. While in Gokul, Sri Hari killed the demon known as Arishtasur. During that time, Radha cried out to him with great feelings, and by doing so, she stole his mind. She is thus known as Hara. Then 8, Hare. Filled with ecstatic love, Radha sometimes sings the glories of Hari's exploits quietly, and sometimes she sings them aloud. Those who are expert in secrets of divine sentiments call her Hara. 9th, Hare. Due to the intense love of Sri Radha, Sri Hari becomes so captivated that his flute falls from his hand. And with the desire to enjoy in the forest bowers with Krishna, Radha steals his flute. That goddess is thus famous as Hara. Then 10th, Ram. Krishna is expert at embracing sports with Radha in the forest groves or in the caves of Govardhan, and thus he is known as Ram. 11th, Hare. that most merciful Radha destroys the miseries of her devotees and gives them great happiness every day. Therefore, that goddess is known as Hara. 12th, Ram. The minds of the devotees are continuously drowned in the ocean of supreme joy by seeing the beautiful dark form of Krishna. Therefore, he is known by the name Ram. 13th, Ram. Radharani is known as Ram because she enjoys loving pastimes Achyuta in a secret forest pavilion. Since he is always by her side, he is known as Ram. 14th, Ram. When the residents of Gokul were crying due to fear of forest fire, Krishna immediately swallowed it and gave his devotees immense joy. In this way, he is known as Ram. 15th, Hare. Sri Krishna went to Mathurapuri to destroy the demons. However, due to being captivated by the love of Radha, he later returned. Therefore, she is known as Hara. 16th, Hare. When the son of Nand Maharaj returned to Braj, he took away the suffering of all the Brajvasis. By his wonderful exploits, he steals the heart of Sri Radha. Thus, he is known as Hari. So these are the wonderful revelations of the holy name to the different devotees at different times. And so this is not, holy name is infinite. It can reveal in infinite ways. This is just one of the aspect of the revelation of the holy name to a particular devotee. The same devotee can also have many interpretations of the meaning of the holy names, and he can also absorb himself into infinite pastimes of the Lord in this way. So the Lord performed many pastimes. Similarly, Radharani also performed many pastimes, and the devotees, they can get infinite revelations through the holy name, through all the different pastimes, by simply by chanting the holy names of Krishna and Radharani. So I hope this presentation makes sense to you, that why ISKCON devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu follows, they chant Hare Krishna mantra. And of course, there is no harm in chanting Radhe Radhe. We also chant Radhe Radhe, but it is not frequently done. And the preferred way is the path of the Mahajans. This is what is recommended. That's why we do that. Okay. So any questions, final questions, comments on this?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So any questions on the revelation of the holy name?
Yeah, how the Mahamantra reveals itself, how it reveals itself, that it's revealing itself through the acharyas only, na, basically. And where you've just explained how every syllable, how every word carries a different meaning, as explained by the various acharyas.
Yeah. So as I just shared that, then each and every word of the name of the Lord has got infinite revelations, because there are infinite pastimes to a particular name of the Lord. For example, Krishna, you saw how different acharyas, they have interpreted Krishna in different ways. So one way it was called Krishna because Radharani is assuming the dark complexion. One way it is called Krishna because he's all attractive. So there are, the same name can actually reveal infinite pastimes. And so similarly, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when combined together, it can uh, lead us to the ocean of pastimes. There is
So
no
can
end,
we,
no limit.
right, since there are infinite revelations to the name, can we say that a devotee can have his own personal revelations also,
Yeah, of
moving
course.
ahead?
It is all personal only. Uh, Whatever Jeev Goswami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Gopal Goswami, they all are correct. And another thing is, what I've mentioned is, it is also happening at a particular time. Now, Jeev Goswami, when he continues to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra at different times, the same names will reveal different pastimes of the Lord. So this is just at one point of time, they are sharing their realization. At a particular point of time, they got these revelations and they are sharing it. But the names can take on different. Now, see, that's why now So the important question also, how does the holy name reveal itself, right? So for that we have the entire sadhana, and the revelation that we have shared of the acharyas. Now these acharyas, they are already perfected devotees. They are nitya siddhas. So they, when they chant the holy name, they are actually seeing the pastime of the Lord. They are experiencing. I mean, like Hare can also, like for them, just the chanting of the name of Hara can, lead them to enter into the pastime. It is not just they can definitely see it, but they can also enter into the pastime and they can serve in the pastime. Krishna can manifest that pastime for them just by chanting Hare, just by chanting Krishna's name. Whereas for a sadhaka, this is purely a meditation state. So there is a process to reach that goal. And what we do is basically we have to surrender to the Lord. Once we understand the attitude, the mood in which we have to surrender to the Lord, we surrender to the Lord, then the Lord will reveal himself to us. So this is like someone at the stage of bhava and prema who have already achieved love of God. They, when they chant the name, they see the pastimes of the Lord in front of them. Especially someone with the level of prema. Someone at the level of bhav, they will experience in their heart the pastimes of the Lord. And those who are already in the spiritual world, they are seeing they are not just seeing, but they are also participating in the pastime. So when you, one particular example is that of the Raslila. When Krishna left the arena of the Rasa dance, I mean, when Krishna left the gopis, at that particular time, the gopis, they became very desperate to search for Krishna and to get his association. But Krishna was not visible anywhere. So then they all got together and they started doing Sankirtan of Krishna's name. So when they started doing Sankirtan, they started chanting Govinda, Sham Sundar, Krishna, so many names of the Lord. And when they started doing that, then they also started performing pastimes of the Lord. They started imitating the pastimes. So Nam Rupa Guna Lila, the name reveals the form of the Lord. And basically, what does that mean? Why did they take shelter of the holy names? Because they were missing the company of Krishna. And when they start taking shelter of the holy names, because the name reveals the Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord, actually they really see the Lord in front of them. That's why chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also was in separation, and when he was unconscious, he became unconscious. So that's why the Hare Krishna Mahamantra brought him back to consciousness. And this is the same thing which was done by the gopis, which was done by the Vrajvasis. So when Krishna was not with them, they started to do his kirtan. They started to glorify his name, because through the name they experienced his association. So name brings Krishna to that person. That's why namino abhinatva, name and the Lord are not different to each other. This is what we are supposed to realize. We have not realized this, because we see when we chant the name, we are not seeing Krishna present directly before us. It's more of a meditation stage for us currently. So when we are chanting, it's also an advanced stage to automatically get to like for example, the form will manifest in the heart. Like when you chant the name, the form is going to manifest. Then Nam, Rupa, Guna, then the qualities, you start remembering the qualities. And then you start also remembering the pastimes of the Lord. So this is a meditative state. It's also an advanced stage, but it's in sadhana. Whereas this is a siddha state. Once you already attained that perfection, then when you chant the name, you are actually seeing Krishna. That's why there is no separation as such in spiritual world. Because even though there is separation, you take shelter of the holy names and then you experience union with Krishna in that separation. So the entire tattva about, Krishna's going from Vrindavan to Mathura and Dwarka, Actually, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan one step out of Vrindavan. That also we know. So what is the meaning of that? It basically means that the Vrajvasis, they are constantly in touch with Krishna in Vraj. Even after Krishna's passing away, I mean, is living for Mathura and Dwarka, the Vrajvasis experience Krishna directly. So there are different categories of the union of Krishna. So one is the special appearance of Krishna, one is in the form of sudden appearance of Krishna, and one is direct physical appearance of the Lord. So this is basically, you can say, like, the special appearance is like a dream. In dream, you think that the dream is real and everything that you experience is real. But then when you wake up, then suddenly everything is gone. So that is like special appearance. Sudden appearance is like aprakat, which may not be physically manifested, but devotees who are pure, who are Nitya, they are only able to see Krishna directly, face to face. So Krishna is not manifested externally for sadhakas, but Krishna manifests himself for the pure devotees. And then the third is his prakat appearance. So actually Krishna returning from Dwarka to Vrindavan physically, which means that everyone can see that Krishna entered. So this is called prakat manifestation of the Lord. So this is how, anyways, it's a technical subject matter, but the holy name is that much potent. It will reveal many things. So that revelation takes place when Krishna chooses himself to reveal to the devotees. And when will he choose to reveal himself? When we surrender to him, when we are completely purified. Yeah, but this is a roadmap, and this is what we understand from the Acharya, how Krishna reveals himself, how the holy name also reveals itself. So I hope we get some idea from this discussion.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the spiritual subject matter. It is beyond material conception and it is transcendental. That's why we have to have faith. And the best process, the best path to actually attain the Lord's mercy is basically in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. The safest path also, just by understanding the nature of Krishna from the acharyas, because you cannot understand Krishna by your own means unless and until you actually understand. Now, for example, even consider Premanand Maharaj. So when he's sharing about many things about the name, or where is he sharing it from? Because he has heard from uh, his sampradaya, from the Brajvasis who have realized the Lord, who have seen the Lord. And not just that, but he also frequently quotes our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya Acharyas. He quotes Rup Goswami, Jeev Goswami, Sanatan Goswami a lot. And he also discusses about Chaitanya Charitamrita. So all this tattva, it is only revealed by the Acharyas, those who have seen the truth. And that's why it is very important to understand through a parampara or through scriptures, without which it is, it's going to be a risk. There's no guarantee. And things can be concocted also.
So that speculations don't permeate our
Exactly.
consciousness.
Yeah. So it should not degrade, basically. I mean, sis, you may be a pure person. You may uh, pass on, you may purely represent the teachings of Krishna. But then, if another person does not do that, then the sampradaya becomes broken. So, if there is, see, the sampradaya has to go till Krishna. There should be no break in between. If there is a break, if all of a sudden someone starts from nowhere, then, I mean, that person may be a Nitya Siddha, he may be a perfected pure devotee, but there is also a chance that he may not be like that because he is not connected to parampara. So, how can we verify his um, authenticity? How do you know that? So it is like that. I mean, there is a risk involved in that. But when it is coming in a parampara, then even if you have a couple of devotees who later on they deviate, but then there are many fixed up devotees, sincere devotees in that sampradaya, and then you can continue to take care. And then the Siddhant principle of the sampradaya remains the same intact, because this is what Krishna gave to Narad, Narad gave to Brahma, Brahma gave to Narad, Narad gave to Vedvyas. That is all same right till the time of Srila Prabhupada. Whatever he has given, it is all the same. So there is no doubt that okay, this knowledge is bona fide or not. No, that is all tested and it is all authentic. So this is the advantage of parampara, and then we follow the path which is given by the Mahajans in the parampara. Yeah.
Correct.
But condition is that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra has to be chanted purely, or any for that matter, any name of the Lord has to be chanted purely. If one commits aparadh, then you will not get the result. It will
So
delay.
is the Mahamantra a sufficient important spiritual tool in the hands of a sadhaka for him to travel from the stage of anartha right up to bhava?
What is the question?
Is the Mahamantra within itself the sufficient uh, spiritual tool for the sadhaka to travel from neophyte stage to the bhava stage?
Yeah, so this is also a good question, but you have to also see overall in the entirety of the principles of spiritual lives. So let's say, see, of course, there is no doubt that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is sufficient in itself. But then what is the term and condition for that to happen? Term and condition is that it should be purely chanting. So when you talk about pure chanting, the pure chanting includes everything else also. It includes the understanding of scriptures. It includes the acceptance of Guru. Because without Guru, you cannot even surrender. When you say you are chanting purely, that pure chanting means that you are surrendered basically. And then you are saying that, okay, there is no requirement of Guru. There is no need of Guru. There is no need of this, that. So we have to understand one thing. Chanting in itself is sufficient to take us to Krishna. But that chanting has to be pure chanting. And that pure chanting can only come when we receive knowledge from Guru, when we surrender to Guru. And another question is that how do you know how much advancement you are making? See, when you give exam in school, college, then there is always some supervisor, examiner, your teacher who they are going to correct your papers. And how they are going to correct? It is a tradition which is passed down. Knowledge is the same. Newton's three laws of motion, they are the same. The teacher is going to check how you are representing Newton's three laws of motion. If it is according to as it is, then you will get full marks. But if you deviate, then you will be. So basically, there has to be a supervisor. Someone is there who is able to tell you that, okay, you are wrong, you are right.
Also, the Paramatma within, does he not get pleased? And when he gets pleased, we get very clear indication from within that we are doing the right.
Paramatma, you can only hear Paramatma when you are at the state of Bhava and Prema. Because the Paramatma does not talk to you directly. See, if the Paramatma spoke to you directly, what is the use of scriptures? Why did the Lord manifest so many scriptures? The scripture itself, they are saying that you have to surrender to a guru. And it says very clearly, Yasadeve Parabhakti, Yathadeve Tatho Guru, Tasyate Kathiti Artha Prakashate Mahatmana. Unless and until you have equal faith in Guru and Krishna, the purport of the Vedas they will not be revealed to such a person.
This one is from which scripture?
Upanishad.
Okay.
Very frequently quoted by Srila Prabhupada, and he says this is actually the secret formula to advance in spiritual life. There is no other formula.
I will just note down. It is which Upanishad you said?
Shvetavastara Upanishad.
Acha.
Very, very, very popular verse. You can Google it also. Yastadeve Parabhakti, Yathadeve Tathav Guru. So, see, basically, the Guru also represents the scripture because the Guru does not claim that, and it is a very simple thing to understand. What is the Guru going to say? The Guru is going to reveal the tattva about Krishna, about God, and the same thing is done in the scripture. So there is no contradiction as such. But the Guru, when the Guru starts contradicting the scripture, then he has to be rejected. So amongst the different types of pramans, the Shruti praman, Shastra praman, it is the foremost because it is infallible in nature. Apaurushe Shabda praman. Whereas a guru can deviate, he can fall down if he is conditioned, he can deviate, he can fall down also. And logical inference, that can also be defective because our senses and mind are limited. So that can also mislead us. That's why the only perfect praman is the Shastra Apaurushe Shabda praman. Apaurusha means that which is not composed by any Purush in the material world. It is supramundane, transcendental. Right? So this is how we have to learn spirituality. And in fact, in one particular purport, Srila Prabhupada even says that actually Krishna desires that we surrender to him. That is his actual goal. And because we cannot surrender to him, that's why he has given a very easy process in Kali Yuga. And that is chanting the names of the Lord. So you can understand from this that the goal of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also to basically surrender to Krishna. So one cannot say that I will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but I will not surrender to Krishna. It does not make any sense. It is simply contradiction. The entire purpose, why do we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? To surrender to Krishna. Basically to please him, to satisfy him. That is the goal. And you say that, no, I will not surrender to Krishna. That means that you have some ego. You are not purified yet. Right? So everything has to be seen in the proper context in its entirety. You cannot take different things from scriptures. It has to be seen holistically. So chanting and surrender, they go together. They synchronize with each other. They have to go together. You cannot separate them.
Right.
And this is, I mean, the entire purpose of this discussion was to somehow share that this is what is surrender. This is the importance of surrender. And why surrender is important? Because only after surrender the Lord reveals himself. So if you want your chanting to be revealed, the name to be revealed, the holy name to be revealed as not different from Krishna, then you have to surrender to Krishna. Which basically means we have to do what he would like us to do, not what we would like to do and then call it as a service. So that transition has to be there from our liking to Krishna's liking and accepting Krishna's liking ultimately. So everyone has to remember. I mean, there are so many, people who also chant Radhe Radhe and they also try to create some controversy. But the question is that, okay, you are chanting Radhe Radhe, but are you surrendered to Radharani? Do you want to please Radharani? What is the motivation? What is the goal? Otherwise, all these discussions are useless.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
And
Any other question?
that's good for me.
Okay. So we can conclude class.
ठीक है.
Okay. You'd like to conclude?
No, it's fine. Until we come up with another interesting topic, it's goodbye for now. And hopefully next month, Prateek ji will come back with another important subject matter of worshipping God as per the Vaishnav traditions.
Yeah. Clarifying misconceptions.
Yes, very important. Misconceptions and busting myths.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, all the viewers, for joining me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.